So we talked a lot about the Spurs winning against the Thunder, but there was another game earlier in the day, which was the New York Knicks winning against the Orlando Magic 132 to 120 in a game where Jalen Brunson dropped 40 and had 8 assists and just cool, calm, collected. I think I read it was his 5th straight game of dropping 30-plus points. And what makes Jalen Brunson special, first of all, he's got some of the best footwork of anybody that's 6'2" and under. He really is like a smooth 5'11", if we're being honest with each other. Some of the best footwork and some of the best misdirection moves. There were many times in this game, and I'm not even just talking about the possession where Anthony Black was on the floor. There was many times in this game where Anthony Black couldn't predict what the next move was from Jalen Brunson. From a left-handed dribble, I don't even know how to explain some of these moves, and then the footwork. So he's been amazing so far. And one thing that has been so great about this team, this Knicks team, this contending Knicks team, is how good and efficient they have been in the full court game. Fast breaks. And in this one, there was a few times where, the Orlando Magic score, and within 5 seconds, so have the New York Knicks, and vice versa. Like, both of these teams are up and down in this game, but they've been really able to, when you are on your heels as a team off of a make, get the ball and push. There was a possession that off of a make, there was at least three Orlando Magic players back, and one guy streaming up the court, that guy being Mikal Bridges. Jalen Brunson threw the most perfect pinpoint pass to Mikal Bridges in the court, and then he ended up finishing with the layup. These are the things that help you a lot in the regular season. And, the game slows down in the postseason, but they also do have the half-court O that makes you really feel like they are not just like a sneaky contender, but just a true contender. And if Jalen Brunson can do this to a really good defensive team in the Orlando Magic that can have a Suggs on him, who also had a phenomenal game before he left, and can have an Anthony Black on you, two like really great defensive players, and he still be able to pick them apart, is a good sign. But they go against the Spurs next game, and that is for that big bag and to be named the 2025 NBA Cup champions. And I'm curious, like I mentioned earlier, to see how Wembanyama changes the game for Jalen Brunson. Jalen Brunson also is a very good mid-range shooter. He's a very good three-point shooter on the step back. So he has different ways to score other than just get into the basket. But like I mentioned earlier, Wemby had 3 possessions from the OKC Thunder where they put a shot on rim from the paint. And I wonder how much he just can impact this individual game. I wonder, how will they match Wembanyama up? A lot of teams have opted to put the center on Josh Hart. And for the life of me, I can't off the top of my mind remember if that's what the Orlando Magic did last night or 2 nights ago. But that's what teams have opted to do. And if you do that and let Wembanyama be the roamer that he can be, then it could be like one of them low-scoring games. It really depends on if Josh Hart's going to be the great version of him that we've seen as a starter, where he's averaging 16 points per game, is literally playing his best basketball of his career. So it will be another chess match. I also wonder how much of those guards from the Spurs will try to hunt. Will we see Stephon Castle using and getting Jalen Brunson into all of the actions? Will the Knicks have the early switches to prevent Jalen Brunson from being these actions? Because OG Anunoby has been such a great defensive player. I don't think OG, let me double check this really quick before I speak out of turn. OG Anunoby has only one all-defensive appearance in his career. That was in 2022, 2023, where he made a second team. If he plays the necessary games, I don't see a world where he's not on an all-defensive team this year. So could they early switch it? Could they make it so that Jalen Brunson can continue to switch off and end up on some of the not-so-great shooters on the weak side, and then he's not in the axis? I don't know. Him, De'Aaron Fox, good guard play. The centers, Karl Anthony Towns, can he stay out of foul trouble in this one? Because one thing Wembanyama was talking about was ethical basketball. But there's a lot of possessions Wemby had in this game versus OKC where he definitely was fouled. And I wonder if Karl Anthony Towns can prevent himself from being in that. It should be a classic. I hope it's a classic, because I hate when we get it where like the conference finals is the finals. And in this case, the semifinals are the finals of the NBA Cup. I want this last game to be as good as the other ones. Last thing I will say before we get out of here. Bear down. Good, better, best. All the things above. If you enjoyed this episode of Small Ball, be sure to go over to the YouTube channel if you're watching on Peacock. If you're watching on YouTube, go over to Peacock Watch Live. I will see y'all next week.